Welcome back to Angels and Bobs, and it's time to get the next science pack along, and that's not blue science, it's grey science, or military, I guess we'd call it. So, military science is called something entirely different in this pack, of course, which is called the Ablative Weapons Testing Kit. Okay, so we're going to need a few things for this, basically everything along here, so arranged quite neatly. We're going to need these two things primarily, and they make up this. We're going to need the weapons testing module, which requires basic electronic boards, that's the important part, and the Kinetic Test target plating, which requires steel, that's the important part. So around here I've moved our carbon setup from the bottom, so I don't have to keep moving things manually. I still have to move this manually, the tin plate, but you know, the rest of it is made automatically. So we're getting basic electronic boards here. So if we can at least make that one side of the component here, we've got iron and copper and coal. So, you know, we get everything we actually need to make something. On the other side of things, we're going to need, what was it, steel? And steel is all the way down here. And of course, it's out of coal, which is to be expected. We need to upgrade to electric furnaces at some point. If you're wondering what I mean by this, these are out of coal. So let's just grab this. There they go. So yeah, we've got steel here. We're not doing anything with it at the moment, but that's probably about to change. We're going to have to pipe this off somewhere. Now, normally, of course, I would bus everything off. At this stage of the game, I'm still not too worried about bussing things. So if I need to move things, I will. For example, I could make one half of it over there, the other half of it over here, then combine in a factory in the middle. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's take a look at one side of it first. Let's take a look at the weapons testing module. Basic electronic boards, weapon testing circuits. They need weapon testing circuit boards and copper plate, and they just need iron and copper. They seem to also produce some waste that we're going to have to deal with as well, annoyingly. I'm not sure what we can do with it, but you know, let's start off. So I'm going to just pick up some more factories, pick up some more assembling machines from the boxes where we made them. Where did I actually put those? I think it's up here, isn't it? Yep. 13 of you. And why aren't you making more? What are you short of? Short of basic electronic boards, of course, because they're being piped in manually. So that should start things, I assume. Yeah, there it goes. So we've got level 2 assembly machines. And there's these as well, these electronics assembly machines there. Like, if I just put this down, then just put another one of these down. See these smaller versions? And I guess these can do the same job that the other ones can. So if you wanted to fit all of that in a smaller space, I guess you could. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. Let's instead worry about how to make this first recipe. So let's place a few things down and see if we can figure it out. We've got some coal here anyway, so let's make sure we don't get too close to the belts otherwise. Let's just see if this helps. So we need iron, copper, and coal. For you, and for you. Okay, so you want copper, you want iron and copper, annoyingly. It would be nice if that wasn't the case. So what I'm probably going to have to do is, I think, if I run an offshoot of this, actually what I could just do is move it. If we have, say, the belt actually arriving here, something like that. And then we'll just remove these two, put them back here. And that's that job done. We can feed our coal in here. So then maybe this will get done with about half a belt each. So let's give that a try. And if we need more than that, we can, of course, always change it. So with half a belt each, what I'm going to need to do is just feed, you know, let's see. If we put something here. Something like that. That's one half of the belt. And the other half can go here. And we need some underground belts, please. I haven't automated that, but that's okay. There we go. Half a belt each. And let's just make sure everything is powered. Has some inserters. And I may have built this too close to this crusher because we need to deal with the waste, but we'll see very shortly. So they're starting to pile up. These are beginning to make. That's fine. So we've got weapons testing circuit board junk. So we need to deal with that somehow. Let's start then with something like a long-handed inserter, shall we? In fact, no. I think I actually want a... Yeah, let's do a little bit of tricky stuff here. Okay, so they're both still fine, and if we just take a couple of filter inserters, for the moment, we can tell it to, oh my, I'm going to have to go by name. Weapons testing circuit board, no. I need, what's the name of this? What is this? My inventory auto sorts. Waste byproduct. Okay. There it goes. So that's the outputs dealt with. And this one has two different types. Okay, so let's just... what can we do here? Can we do anything? Let's just take stuff from here. And remove that for a second. Yeah, that should still work. And then we're going to require two different belts here. Again, more of these. And that means I need more basic electronic boards, which is fine. Apart from my inventory's full, of course it is. Let's put you down here for the moment. What don't I need? I've got far too much junk in my inventory, as normal for me if you watch the channel. That's fine. Let's take 91 of those. That should do the job. We just need a couple of filter inserters. Okay, so we're going to want to filter those out. So do you also have these same waste byproducts? You do. So let's sort out those first. Yeah, something like that for the inputs. So we can have you up there, and I still have the room to output two more of those. So I'll order two more. And let's put these in. 1, 2. Okay, so we've got waste byproduct. Let's keep the bottom ones to the waste byproduct. Ah, there's two different types. Okay, so yeah, let's keep the bottom ones to that one, and we can just copy and paste that. And then the same thing here, waste byproduct, but we'll choose the coppery one. I assume we can do something like melt that back down. Let's have a look, shall we? Waste byproduct. What can we do with it? Okay, we can make iron and copper ore with it. I'm not sure whether I want to do that. And I assume the same is true with... it seems like it's made in a specific machine, though. Let's pop that down. Let's see what that is. Okay, so byproduct waste. So it takes in the waste byproduct, outputs iron ore and copper ore. I guess we could reprocess that. The iron and copper ores are here. Yeah, let's just get all the stuff out onto the belts first of all. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for some of these. Off you go. There we go. Alright, so we're going to have to separate these. Well, combine them all, I think. So let's send the two of these out. Like that. And then we'll do the same thing with these. something like here, I think. And again, I'm going to need more underground. Let's just make some of those. Can I feed onto one side of that? I think I can, but it doesn't tend to work too well. That usually works better. And then, oh, there's not enough room. Yeah, definitely not enough room. Let's merge these a little earlier. That'll work. And then we want one splitter to combine them to. You're short of basic circuit boards. What am I short of? Do I have any basic circuit boards I can grab? Yeah, there are some here. Let's just grab some of those. One splitter. And now let's place down a couple of factories. Here we are. So if we have one here and say one here, let's bring this belt around. I should just be able to grab straight out of that splitter, I hope. And let's get some power arranged. Needs to be connected to the rest of the power, mind you. There we go. And so waste. And a waste again. Can we use the waste, the coppery waste byproduct? Coppery? Okay, you just produce copper only. Okay, so we're going to need some more filter inserters, but not many. I'm going to need at least one more. And then we're going to have to insert them down onto those belts down there. So if we say, well, let's actually look at this first. This is jammed at the moment. Is it jammed, or is it just we're backed up? We're backed up on iron. Okay, it's fine for us to back up, but we're going to need some kind of buffer up here, maybe, if that's the case, to stop these getting backed up themselves when we run it. Well, we've got too much iron. So, yeah, let's just do this simply then. And can we do it like that? Let's see, shall we? Where's my filter inserters? I thought I built one more. But I'm trying to wonder if I can just go like that and get all the copper from this copper ore. Where are you? There you are. We can set those both to that filter and this one, say, going this way. That shouldn't be an orphan. Sure, that would work. That really is working, I think. It's just being crazy. And then you should be iron ore. Okay, is that making it across there? Yes, it is. Okay, so we've got iron ore arriving on the belt, or at least we will. And copper is not. Okay, so maybe I can't feed into it that way. Well, that's annoying, but not too annoying in this particular case because we can work around it. It'd be harder if this wasn't just a single output. Let's just get some more power poles. And move you. There we go, and you should now work, hopefully. Once these end it with some byproducts, that is. And then we've got this finished. We just need to output the weapons testing module. So that's my last one of these. There it goes. So it will happily output those onto a belt. I think that all works. It doesn't look particularly great, but we are dealing with all the byproducts. So let's move on. Okay, so the other half of this is the kinetic test target plating, which needs this. So we need iron, copper again, but we're also going to need steel. No coal this time, thankfully. So just iron, copper, and steel. Thankfully, we have both iron and copper here. They're going into the steel factory. Not sure if that's going to work long term, to be honest, because the steel may end up starving everything. But for now, well, let's give it a go. We can always rework things, can't we? And you're out of coal anyway. We're going to complain and complain about not having coal. So let's get iron and copper here just for a second. Ooh, I need some more belt. Where's my belt box? There we go. And let's grab a few more inserters. So yeah, let's merge all of you onto this. Again, half and half. And what else did we need? Steel, did it say? So instead of boxing it and going that way, we're going to go the other way. And you're out of coal again. Well, I'm out of coal. Can't do any work without coal. Fine. Here, have some coal. Alright, so we're going to get steel coming this way now. And unfortunately that means we're probably going to need the long-headed inserters. Okay, so let's get a couple of... at least one factory. And let's make iron and copper first. And did I say factory again? I did. I've got to get out of that habit. And you are going to make the kinetic test target plating with inserters going something like this. And I'm going to need a long-handed one, which that is fine for you. And then some power poles of some kind. There we go. That should cover everyone. Is that everything you need? It'll be a simpler recipe if so. And in fact, let's actually upgrade those to fast inserters. That takes far too long, it looks like. Are you going to output? What are you missing? Just the output? Oh, we need to deal with... oh no, we need to deal with those as well. Oh, fine. Fine. I didn't want to, but I guess I'll have to. Okay, so there's no one nearby we can actually deal with this. And I don't want to pipe steel all the way back to deal with it back down the other end. So I think I'm just going to go for the whole let's box it approach and deal with it later. To do that, I'm going to need some wood. Let's just pop down to our warehouse setup. Okay, let's create a warehouse. It'll last a lot longer before we have to do anything with this. And we can just go for direct insertion. I'm going to need some basic electronic boards for the other filter inserter. So I make sure we don't mix this up with the output of the assembly machine. We don't want those test target platings accidentally polluting our warehouse. Yep, there we go. We are going to have to feed those basic electronic boards into this before it'll work, but that's okay. That's. In fact, let's do that now. Shouldn't be terribly hard. We can just go over here, turn this way, and then feed in. All we need to do is replace that with a belt. And then maybe we just box it back up on this side if it bypasses this process. There we go. That's where the output goes all the way over the top, so we don't need to do anything with that. Is our warehouse ready? Yes, it is. Good. And then we can pop over here and put this on the outputs of these, well, not the outputs, but the kind of side effect outputs. Put our other one there, and we want the waste stuff again. Some power, and everything should go, I think. That's building up. We may well need more of these factories. I've not even looked at the ratios for these. I just wanted some of them running. Don't really care too much about what we do with them. So from here, we can then pull the fast inserters, iron plate. I just need some iron. There we go. So yeah, we can pull this product out onto a belt, or we can direct insert it actually. That might work. That might save me using a filter inserter. So if I then choose this, we can direct insert, which is the final product. And then all I have to do is bring the other outputs from our factory down here somewhere. Insert it. And this is now going to make military science. Not very fast, of course. There's only one. There's only one of those, and then I'm going to have to look at you know, ratios for stuff like that if I need that longer term. For now, however, I don't think I'm going to need it longer term. All I need to do is feed it into one of these, or feed it into that one. Actually, is where we need to go. So if we have it running up here and something like that. They're not going to feed both ways, so let's just go this way. And then on this end, I'll get fed in, and we'll get passed down the line if they need it. So that is the military science pack complete, all in one episode. Yeah, I think next episode I'm gonna keep on to research to head towards the blue science, and I think that's in electronics, advanced electronics, something like that. There maybe? Yeah, there it is. So advanced electronics. So that needs us to go through chemical processing, advanced silicon, smelting, and oil processing. Of course, this is also going to mean we're going to need plastics, I imagine. The recipe for that is a femto laser array. Oh, great. Femto laser array needs lots of other stuff, and you need steel and fuel oil and naphtha. And yes, that's the third tier of circuit board, I think. Yes, phenolic board. So we can make the phenolic board the same way. This needs ferric chloride, which is an etchant. And this needs, well, more of the same stuff apart from transistors. Transistors need silicon wafers and plastic. So there's our plastic. We're going to have to get into oil before we can get to blue science. So maybe not yet. And there's lots of other research before we get to blue science. It sort of starts way down here. So there's lots of other stuff we can get to first. So hopefully you join me in the next episode. We'll carry on heading through Bobs and Angels, and hopefully get some more research done so we can get other things, in particular things like trains, because we're sooner or later going to run out of resources, I imagine. 304k, 400, 300. So yeah, we're going to have to head out from here. I should probably build radars for stuff like that. But, you know, we'll see what we need when we get to that. Is there any research I can kick off just at the end of the episode with military only? Maybe not. It may need blue science as well before any of those kick in. Well, I do flamethrowers, laser rifles, cordite processing, which is essentially gunpowder, nitroglycerin. Okay, do not shake. Robotic attack drones. Oh my. But that needs a bunch of other stuff as well. We definitely need oil processing at some point, so we may as well take it now and close out the episode. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll see you next time.